Hello, vinyl community. This is a thread response to Fred Big Star 1000's Gimme 10 US psychedelic records. Anyway, really like this series. It's reminded me of a lot of stuff I need to get still, and stuff I have to listen to because I haven't listened to a particular artist or record in a while, particularly in the reggae and the US Psych one. And I understand there's a Manchester thread that I'm looking forward to watch, but haven't had time to. Anyway, start off with this soundtrack to Roger Corman's The Trip, starring Peter Fonda, Bruce Dern, and Dennis Hopper, and Sally Chase. Music done by The Electric Flag. It's probably, in my opinion, the best music The Electric Flag ever did. Kind of got boring after this, to my taste, but anyway, the soundtrack's pretty eclectic, all over the place. And I was on Facebook, and who was it? Brett was saying that the International Submarine Band with Graham Parsons was also in the movie, and they're not on the soundtrack, but they're in the movie. Anyway, this is a compilation called Freak Out USA, put together by Ed Curb. This is also on the Sidewalk label. I don't know if you noticed on The Trip, but that was on the Sidewalk label, which is a subsidiary of Tower and Capitol. This one's got the Mugwumps, Mom's Boys, International Theater Foundation, the Glass Family, the Aftermath, the Hands of Time, original compilation of Nuggets style music. Most of them probably made up by Mike Curb. The Zodiac on Elektra. Every song having to do with the Zodiac, of course. Celestial counterpoint with words and music. The Zodiac, Cosmic Sounds on Elektra Records. This is an original, by the way, on the gold Elektra label. Jefferson Airplane, After Bathing at Baxter's. It's probably one of my favorite Jefferson Airplane records. I think Kind of Creation is probably my favorite, but After Bathing at Baxter's, it's got all the funky experimentation that was common on a lot of records back in the day. Okay, what do we have next? Damnation of Adam Blessing, Second Damnation, their second record, of course, on Union. This band was from Midwest, maybe Ohio. Great record, kind of a combination of Moby Grape, maybe some Led Zeppelin thrown in there. Really enjoyed this record. Highly recommend it if you can find it. The Misunderstood. This is a compilation of their singles called Before the Dream Faded on Cherry Red Records. Yeah, this was put out in 1982. Misunderstood were from... what part of California were they from? Riverside, California. They were discovered by John Peel. John Peel, of course, the legendary British disc jockey, sadly deceased. But anyway, he was working in California, and just before he moved back to England, he told Misunderstood that he could crash at his parents' house. And anyway, it's a long story, but anyway, his parents didn't know that this band from America was coming to stay with them, and they had to, well, anyway, check out their story online or buy this record, or plenty on Wikipedia about that story. And there was a article about them in Ugly Things magazine maybe about 10 years ago that goes into the whole deal, their whole story from the beginning to their end, and what the band members did after the Misunderstood. I believe some of them went and formed Juicy Lucy, who were a Vertigo band that was on Vertigo, etc. But I highly recommend the Misunderstood. If you can't find that record, they have songs on compilations that just great. Can't recommend them highly enough. Millennium, Kurt Bocher record. Great sunshine, psychedelic pop. Wonderful record. Cheesy in spots, but wonderful, beautiful harmony, psych pop. Another band, the Monks, servicemen, United States servicemen serving in Germany during the Vietnam War. 4 guys dressed as monks and played ambitious rock and roll that sounded like no other. It's the Light in the Attic issue. This has been reissued by Light in the Attic again. It's the first pressing. Recommend this record. Let's see, what do we have next? Love, the first record. Signed by Renee Cash. Renee Cash used to own this record, but got this at Goodwill years ago. It's an original mono. Maybe a little bit of water damage down at the bottom, but the record plays fantastic, and that's all that really matters. And last but not least, Kaleidoscope, Beacon from Mars. This is the U.S. Kaleidoscope, not the British Kaleidoscope or the Latin American Kaleidoscope. And this is their classic album, Beacon from Mars, which is their second record. I prefer this one over the first record. I didn't really care for their first record. I actually sold that one on eBay because I didn't get into it as much. And then the one after this, called Paradise, is really awesome too, as well. Well, that's it. Just under 10 minutes, 10 Psych records. It's the ones I could think of to pull out of my collection. I don't have that much U.S. Psych. I mean, probably missing the 13th Floor Elevators and the Grateful Dead and that Great Society record. Yeah, I've got a few more, but mostly I have more British and